All right, guys, how's it going? Well, I did not expect to be back here recording any more videos for you this evening, but Paul Joyce at the Times has dropped something and we need to go over it, okay? Paul Joyce is the closest journalist to Liverpool Football Club, the people that run the club on a day-to-day basis. When he publishes an article, I listen and I immediately think, what does Michael Edwards have to say? What does he want me to know? I always think, like, why am I reading this? Whose benefit is it for? Etc., etc. Is it just a newsworthy piece or is it being put out there for a reason? Those are the things you should always ask yourself when Paul Joyce writes an article. Now, if you haven't got a lot of time, like to watch my videos, and they can drag on, because it's very difficult to get everything in just a few minutes. I do publish these in text format as well, including all the analysis by Dave and everything. I do all that on the members website, the VIP members website. The link's in the video description, I think. And I also, if you've got X, the @CopTalk account, if you go to the bio and click on subscribe, that opens up these as well, all the breakdowns and that. It's just if you haven't got time for the videos. Right, so this is the article. It's in the Times. I'm going to show you it here in case you want to Google it. There you go. All right, so that might be what you want to Google. Now, I subscribe to the Times. I pay for the Times. If you don't, if you can't access it, I assume it's behind a paywall. With me, it just logs me in, automatically or whatever. If you can't access it, Google it, get the URL, the website address, go to a website called archive.ph, second box down, paste it in and it should open it for you. And that would apply with other publications behind a paywall and everything. Listen, I'm not a gammon, right? You know what I mean? But I do live on the Mediterranean, so I get a bit of sun, all right? You know what I mean? I've had the Newcastle fans saying I need to check my blood pressure, but I don't live in Newcastle, I live on the Med, all right? So that's why we've got the Donald Trump thing going on. So anyway, it's not that. I'm not that relevant. I can't help it. My family's been sat outside all day. Anyway, right, so Giovanni Leoni, Liverpool closing in on £26 million deal for defender. I'm not going to read the entire article to you. I'm going to go over some key points. I've analysed this with Dave as well. Dave's my AI assistant. I've been training since last year to analyse football news reports, articles, and also the journalists that publish them and the publications and websites that carry them, okay? And Dave, as you know, comes up with some great insight. So the 18-year-old has emerged as one of the brightest centre-back prospects in Europe at Parma and will be part of Premier League champions' first-team squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, squad, if he joins, okay? And basically it just says Liverpool are closing in on a £26 million deal. He's emerged as one of the most promising young defenders in Europe. And if signed, he will go straight into the first-team squad. Provided there are no late hitches, he will now have the opportunity to learn alongside Virgil van Dijk, with Leoni effectively replacing Quansah. Liverpool's belief in Leoni is such as that suggestions that he would be loaned back to Parma were never realistic. At 6'5", the robust and athletic defender broke into the Parma starting lineup in the second half of last season, blah, etc., 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 right? I would recommend you always go and read an article when I review them, just so that you get a proper feel of the articles, okay? Now, it also touches on other things in this report. That's my dog Remy barking out there. Including Marc, Guéhi, Konaté, which we spoke about today as well. And I will get to those a little bit later in this video, okay? So let's skip to my other screen. So analysis, key points and promising stuff. Giovanni Leoni, deal closed. £26 million agreed in principle, plus add-ons. Contact made Wednesday between Richard Hughes and Parma's CEO. No loan back. Joyce flat out says any suggestion of loaning him to Parma was never realistic, which shows the club see him as ready now. Goes straight into the first team squad. Slot clearly sees him as a Quansah replacement, not a long-term project for the under-21s. Rated the best young centre-back Liverpool could realistically get, beating Inter, AC Milan, Man United, Newcastle to his signature. Those of you that follow my content for a while, I said just be chilled. Everyone's going, we're focusing on Isak. What about the centre-backs done? And I always said I thought we'd go for an experienced centre-back and a rookie. But I didn't think, to be honest with you, that we would get like Guéhi and this lad. I didn't, and I think we're going to get them both. Honestly, I do. It's really, really good business if Liverpool do this, guys. Honest. Van Dijk link. Leoni has said Virgil is his inspiration. A nice PR hook for the fans and the player. I need to put the aircon on. I'm fucking melting in here. I'll turn it down though so it doesn't annoy you too much. Physical profile and performance details, 6'5", is it? Stood up to Lukaku. No goals conceded while he was on the pitch against Inter, Juve, Napoli. Joyce is feeding positives for the fan base here. Arrigo Sacchi endorsement, inclusion of a high-profile Italian's praise in the article is a deliberate credibility boost. This is important shit. This is when you start thinking about, why am I reading this? You know, you got to go deeper into it, guys, right? Long-term strategy. This completes a three-summer search for the right young centre-back after missing out on Colwill, Yoro and Hoyson. Hoyson, I don't think we ever had a chance of signing him, to be honest with you. Anyway, that doesn't matter. So that's focusing on him. Very, very positive stuff. I'm buzzing off my tits about this, guys. I really am. Right. Now, I wanted to focus on stuff in the article regarding Marc Guéhi because I've seen some of you saying, oh, it's on Sky Sports News, the deal's off. Fuck Sky Sports News, right? Fuck all of them, right? Let's listen to what Joyce has to say. This is the only people you should be listening to. Joyce, Ornstein, maybe a bit of Fabrizio Romano. More Salah! Yes, him. Rent a fucking tweet, right? But mainly Ornstein and Joyce, right? Marc Guéhi, this is what he's got to say about that. This is all that matters to me, right? I don't give a fuck what Sky Sports News is saying, ever. Marc Guéhi, talks ongoing. Liverpool value him at around, £35 million. Palace want more. Player wants to move. That's slipped into the article and important. Joyce doesn't put that in unless it's solid. Mark my words, Dave picking that up there. What a fucking legend. Chelsea sell-on clause complicates price. Strengthens Liverpool's negotiating hand because Palace lose a chunk of the fee. Don't worry about the Guéhi stuff, all right? Ibrahima Konaté. I never thought I'd say don't worry about the gays. What do you mean you can't say that? I can say what I want. Ibrahima Konaté context. Right, Konaté now has only a year left. Joyce casually reaffirms that in the article, which is a reminder to fans that the centre-back hunt isn't just injury cover. Reading between the lines, if Guéhi and Leoni both land, Liverpool could be preparing for a post-Konaté future. The timing suggests Liverpool don't want to get caught in another final year free transfer situation like with Traitor Trent. It actually says Dave has actually bought like with Traitor Trent. Can you see it? Hang on, where is it? Oh, please tell me you can see it. It's there somewhere. Traitor Trent. It's in the middle above the bold. Oh my God. Right, so, and this is important, right? So I've made, listen, think about this. Previous video today, tonight, about Konaté, the one that says Jose Felix Diaz, he's the main man for Real Madrid news, right? He's your Paul Joyce of Liverpool, right? When it comes to Real Madrid. And he's got that, after 15 days of complete silence about Konaté to Real Madrid, he's piped up, he's broke the silence today. That means that tomorrow there are going to be published articles in print throughout Spain, which are going to filter across Europe and back to England, right? Now, why is that important? Let me tell you why it's important. Because earlier this week, I think it might have been yesterday or the day before, I can't fucking remember, my memory's like, we were told, it was in a mail stand video of mine, I think, that there was fresh Konaté talks tomorrow, Thursday, which means that the Konaté Real Madrid suggestion again is going to be on the same day that Liverpool are having fresh talks with Konaté. But I'm starting to think that the Konaté to Real Madrid thing is back on. I don't see how Liverpool sign two centre-backs and keep Konaté. They had talks about 12 days ago. This is a second, well, not a second meeting, but a follow-up meeting, second one in recent weeks. Jose Felix Diaz, in his article tonight, I really think he knows more than he's letting on, and I've spoke to him before, right, during the Trent stuff, so I have a little bit of knowledge with stuff like that. You'd have to watch that video. Let's not focus too much on Konaté, but I'm starting to think now Liverpool are thinking, you know what, fuck you. That's what I'm starting to think. And then fuck you, Perez, and fuck you, and fuck you, and fuck you. Right? No one's fucking us around, right? So, Madrid wanted to amplify the threats to Liverpool. We're going to get him on a free, blah-de-blah-de-blah-de-blah. Well, I tell you what, fuck you. That's what I think Edwards and Hughes are saying. And I'm fucking loving the way my club are doing business at the moment. I really am. Right. Possible hidden club messages, right? This is what I look for in stuff. And I've gone through this with Dave. No loan back for Leoni is a signal to the fan base. This isn't a kid for later. He's here to contribute now. Leoni beats out top competition. Good optics to make the signing feel like a coup. 3 summer centre-back chase completed. Narrative framing, patience, planning, and finally getting the right one. This is all in the article if you break it down properly. Guéhi wants the move. Public pressure on Palace to be reasonable with the fee. Konaté contract line. Gentle reminder to fans and maybe Konaté's camp ahead of tomorrow's rumoured meeting, if you like, that Liverpool have options and will move if a renewal isn't sorted. It's all fucking kicking off. That's why Felix Diaz has started today. That's why it's going to be in print format tomorrow. I guarantee you tomorrow when I come back from the cafe that I'll be telling you about shit in the papers tomorrow. I guarantee it. Why this is positive, right, for the fans. Liverpool are going for 2 centre-backs, not 1. Clear squad depth build for a title defence. They're targeting both ready now quality, Guéhi, and future elite potential, Leoni. Don't know's best. I fucking said we'd go for proven experience and a rookie. But I've got to be honest, I weren't sure I'd get these 2. Do you know what I mean? I thought it might be too expensive. But 26 million quid, that's fucking alright, that, isn't it? You know what I mean? I mean, don't get me wrong, add-ons and all that. But I thought it was going to be much more expensive for that, for this kid. Which is why I was a bit like, oh, I don't know if we'll get him good. Anyway, no panic buys. Joyce presents this as a long-planned strategic window. Konaté's situation means these moves aren't just short-term injury cover, they're about locking in the back line for years. Well, I don't know about you, but I'm fucking excited. I've had a quiet day today. If you watch my videos today, you'll know why. I've had a quiet day. Did 13 videos yesterday. Today I wanted to kick back. There was no real fucking news, and boom, Paul Joyce is there. Jose Felix Diaz at the other side, his counterpart, both chiming away. Come on, guys. Felix Diaz puts that out about Konaté, and then the same night, within a few hours, Joyce has got the nod to go with this. Come on, man. Fuck's sake, it's fucking great, innit, really? It's all pantomime and that, innit, eh? Mint. I love it, guys. I love it. I really do. So, that's it. That's your lot. Maybe I can go to bed soon. What time is it? Oh, it's only 10 to 10. I'm not 10 to 10. Cavalry time. 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to 10 to... Right. That's it. We'll see you in the morning. All being well. I'll be at the cafe at 7 a.m, 6 a.m. UK time. Some of you early birds, you'll be watching the @Cop Talk account to see what I'm rattling on about in the morning. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, me already. What a fucking window this has been, hasn't it? Don't forget Deadline Day. I do a live stream all day. 17 and a half hours we did on Deadline Day last year. 17 and a half hours, and we only signed Sleepy Chiesa, didn't we? Right. That's it. If you found this video informative, please thumbs up the video. I'd appreciate that. I'd appreciate a comment and all. Are you buzzing off your tits like me? Fucking get in there, I am. If you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, there's a love out under the video. It's called a super thanks, and I believe I am super, and I believe I need thanking, all right? So anyone that gets me a beer or a coffee, all right, I always give them a shout out in my morning briefings, and they're on my other YouTube channel, the Duncan Oldham channel. The link's in the video description to that channel, all right? It'll be on the screen as well. I'll be doing a morning briefing it more. I did one today, so I've given my acknowledgements to everyone, my peoples and that. And by the way, if you see anyone with a football next to them in the comment section on here, they're channel members. They make it all possible. They're the ones that pay for the subscriptions and shit like that help a brother out. All right? All right. Nice one, guys. I'll see you later. Buzzing me, man. Buzzing.